Hello everyone, I am Ankita. I am a PhD scholar in IIT Madras and recently I had the opportunity to attend my first IEEE conference in Japan. It was both exciting and intimidating because it was my first time as a researcher to give a talk on a platform. There were various scientists across the world and it was my first chance to make an impression to them in all the ways. But today, as I reflect on my performance and also I have been listening to all other talks throughout the presentation, here are some of the tips that I'm going to share for a better presentation. Conference talk in many ways is a performance. You are not only a voice, but you are the voice of the research, of the whole lab, perhaps of your professor also. So keep that in mind. Your job is to present it clearly, confidently, and professionally. Firstly, we'll talk about this slide. Before going for conference or any other presentation, make sure about the ratio of your conference slides. For example, it's 16:9 or 4:3. Sometimes the projector also does have an effect, so clear everything out from the organizer if it is possible. Next, create a constant theme throughout the slide variation. Create a constant theme. Constant color palette should be there. It shouldn't be much brighter in one slide and much dimmer in another slide. It should have a flow of constancy. Remember, one color palette, one font, one sort of animation is the best way to illustrate your work. Next, for this slide, keep your slides simple. Just one picture per slide or one text per slide. Remember, people are here to listen you and not to read the slide, so it will be confusing if there are too much text in the slide and also on the same side you are reading out the slides. That shouldn't be the case, because the audience should have the focus on you and should listen to you so that they could relate to the slide. So make the slide minimum so that the audience are compelled to hear you and then to link with the slide what about you were saying. It's best to support your talk as visuals. That is why keep less number of picture, less graph, less text in the slides. Next, use a smart animation. For example, if you have multiple pictures, don't keep it at a time, but one by one with a click. And with the flow of your presentation, try to keep that pictures coming. So have a simple animation by click. Next, choose an accessible color. Sometimes even the projector reduces the contrast. That's why try to have the colors in your slide which also work in a low light environment, or like it will not be difficult to visual. For this slide, I will say to prioritize a good visual, clear visual, not so blur, have a very strong impact. So try to people will notice it. So try to have a clear picture. Now we will discuss how to deliver the talk. While giving the presentation, never show your back to the audience and like reading out from the slide without making an eye contact. Address your audience directly. In that way, they will feel more addressed and more connected to your work. Use the laser pointer, but do not overuse this. Use it only to highlight the things that you were speaking. Do not move it around these projector slides and make it confusing. Use it, but don't overuse it. Avoid filler words. For example, while giving a presentation or talk, we may add words like huh, hmm. Avoid to use that words, and when you are feeling very lost of a word, take a pause, think about it, and then deliver it. It's much better to have a pause than being using the filler words like in this talk. And if it can be possible, you could practice a lot, so in that case all those filler words are not coming in your case. Next, and the most surprising one is use your microphone properly. You would be surprised to know that even if microphone is given to you, a lot of people do not use it properly. Hold it fine at a distance and talk clearly to the microphone. Don't be confused and be confident. Next is about the content. Remember to structure the content wisely. Hardly you will be given 10 or 12 minutes for your presentation. So you can't include everything that you have done, but be wise to include the most crucial part of your work. For example, you perhaps can skip a literature review, but you shouldn't skip a result that you have got from the outcome. Next, I would suggest, if you can, just check out the expertise of the speaker that you are there. For example, the chairperson, the specialities of the chairperson. In that case, you don't need to waste your time explaining the basic, because they perhaps already know all those things and you can move on to the outcomes of your work. Last topic about the presentation is how could you handle the question answer. Now there is no such rehearsal for practicing the question answer session, because question can be coming from anywhere, from anyone. But the best part is some of the tips that I would like to share. It's okay to say I don't know, I will check it out. No need to try to answer everything if it's out of your understanding or your expertise. It's fine if you say it's okay, I'm sorry, I don't know, and keep the response short, not rumble. And it's okay if another person cuts again. And another important thing is, don't start a debate with the questioner. If he is asking something, just answer it. If he cross question it, try to answer it, but do not turn it into a debate. It might make the situation a bit awkward. If you do not understand a question that is asked by someone, ask them to repeat it. And also, then even after that, if you don't understand it, perhaps you can say, from the work that I have done, from the understanding that I have got, in that way you can frame the sentence and you can deliver your answer. Now I have some miscellaneous advices from someone who have attended a conference, is that people will be working in and working out from your session. That doesn't mean that you are not giving a good talk or you are not enough interesting. It's because there are multiple sessions going on around, so they perhaps want to attend something else instead of yours. So do not take it personally. People will work in or work out according to their convenience. The talk will really feel like it just happened. It just happened, and you will not feel like what happened. What did I say? Did I mention that thing? Did I mention it wrongly? So don't ramble. It's not only your first talk. You are going to give 1,000 and millions of talk in your life. So it's fine to be a little bit wrong or to be a little bit hesitant. It's completely fine. Minor mistake happens. You are a human being, and perhaps it's your first, second, or third, even your 10th presentation. That doesn't matter. People care about your research more than your negativities or your mistakes. I have a final message for all the researchers, whether you are a PhD scholar, MA student, or if you have till up to reached till here, if you are a just a scholar. A presentation is just a polished surface. What people really care about is your research work, how much you contribute towards science, technology, or towards your field. It's not about showing like how I am good in presentation or not, but it's about what you are working on, what are the outcomes, what are you contributing to the society. So it's much more important. And so please confidently take that pride in your work, that you have worked hard for it and you are contributing toward a cause, and that's the most important thing. And if you have any other doubt, do let me comment in the comment section, and I love to connect it. And treat yourself after a presentation with good food, ice cream, whatever you like. Have a good day. Bye.